Hey there! So today I'm bringing you the review of a small flashlight, the Lumintop EDC15, which is a keychain flashlight, and that was sent by flashlightbrand.com, a flashlight store where you can find different brands of flashlights, and you can get a 10% discount if you're buying it from there, of course. So check the flashlightbrand.com store, but you can also, of course, find the flashlight, the EDC15, in the Lumintop official stores online. So let's take a look at this flashlight. Check the information here. Nothing marked, nothing marked. Let's open it. Of course, the flashlight has a sealing ring, a sealing sticker here. I have opened it, of course, and let's see what's inside. The user manual, 2 spare O-rings, a diffuser, and the flashlight, and this that can be used as the keychain part. I will put it here. So here, the accessories, well, you know, the earrings normally go in this part over here, so you have 2 of them, so you can use it in case these broke, and I will put this aside because it doesn't matter too much. The lobster here, sorry, I put a battery inside. The lobster here, you can use it on the tail, in this hole over here. I will not use it. Well, I can try it just to show you how it looks and how it can be used on a keychain, like if you didn't know that. But it's like a dangler, as some people call it. Of course, it produces some problems over here. Sorry, my hands are dry. But well, it's just aesthetical, not pragmatical, but you can use it on a keychain with this, or on a belt loop or jeans loop if you want to. This is similar to what you've seen in other flashlights, like the frog or the nano flashlights. And let's keep doing this. This is the diffuser. You will use it on here. I will turn this off. As you can see, it's glowing. So you have the different levels, and you can use it this way. And when you turn off the flashlight, as you can see, it's off, and the glow diffuser, it's still giving some lights. Let's call it that way. This is also common to other flashlights, like the Tool or the the Tool 25. I will put this aside. And now let's check some specs. The user manual is written in English, but also in other language like Russian. I guess this is Japanese, Chinese, and I was sure that it was also Dutch, German. And here you find the main information. I will pause it. I will put it here, so you can pause the video if you want to. And what you can see here, well, it uses an Osram GW LED. I don't know what it is because I've never seen one before. It has 4 modes plus strobe with a maximum of 760 lumens while using a 14500 battery. You see it here, and while using an alkaline, it will, and or a nickel metal hydride, it will of course be lower, but it maxes at 760 lumens using a lithium-ion battery. You can see of course the information about the cells it uses, and reverse polarity protection, that is related to the type of the driver that he uses, IP68, and impact resistance up to 1.5 meters. This is a twisty flashlight, so there is no switch on the back or on the side. It's just twist for on, twist for off, and continuous twists for one side and the other to change modus. That's what is said here. For the strobe, you have to continuously rotate one side to the other 6 times. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here it is, the strobe. And then you have, I will show the other modes in a while. The type of battery that it uses. Again, the polarity, and well, some considerations about warranty. And let's put this aside right now because it doesn't matter, and let's go and see the Lumintop EDC15. So it has a pivot TRR optic. It doesn't have any glass lens above this, so you can feel the beads here. Not sure if it's possible, but you can see the beads over there. It has a reflective O-ring, or a luminescent O-ring over there. When it turned, you saw it before when I turned off the lights. It has this knurling here, or this shape, that somehow well, helps on the grip or securing the flashlight. The anodizing, well, it's not very, how can I say, not very aggressive. It's not slippery, but it's not completely anti-slippery. But, well, it's well done. It's Lumintop standard. And you have the serial number on one side. This part here that helps on the of the knurling to help on rotating the head of the flashlight to turn it on and off. And on the other side you have the bunny and the Lumintop logo and the model on this part here. As I told you, I put an AA battery inside before to test it. On the bottom, I guess you cannot see it over there, but oh, there it is. There's a spring on the bottom where the negative pole of the battery makes contact. And as explained before, on this side you have the driver, and you can see that this ring around the contact is slightly raised, so it can only use button top batteries. Either they are alkaline, nickel metal hydride rechargeable, or lithium ion batteries. It only uses, and it can only be turned on by button top flashlights. Even some smaller slightly raised button tops, normally they don't work because this ring here prevents the button of the flashlight to touch the driver. I will not, well, I can, just give me 1 second. I can remove the driver and the pill. It twists on to, to screw it off or to take it out, you screw it clockwise. You have these small holes in the driver, and you can screw it and take it out. Okay, so this is the Osram LED. It has the gasket, This is an aluminium PCB. It's not direct thermal path nor metal core, whatever, because this is probably not well, it is not a high-powered flashlight, and this is a very efficient LED. You can see other brands like Woven using it in some of their lights, and here you have the P8 TR optic. Sorry for my hands because they are very dry. And on the bottom you have that green O-ring. You don't see it. Oh, you see a little bit over there. So let's put this back together. As you can see, and the driver on this side. The driver has this flaps on one side and the other. So normally when we want to modify these flashlights, it's quite harsh to do it. You have to modify the driver itself. Ask me how I know that. I've done some modifications before, in especially the tool AA V1 and V2, and this is more or less similar to that. So let's put the battery into it, button top up, and now let's see. So put it on the lowest. So this is the lowest level: low, medium, high, and turbo. And if you do those 6 clicks, those 6 twists, sorry, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, okay, it gives you the strobe. Sorry, I didn't say strobe warning. I have to say one thing. I normally don't like twisty flashlights because it gets quite erratic while changing them, especially when trying to change from a lower level to an upper level. And unfortunately, the EDC15 is one of those flashlights. So you have 4 modes plus the strobe, and when you try to twist it, well, I'm twisting it, it really has to be well screwed in so that it works. And when you are trying to change the levels, sometimes it stays on the same because it's not a very fluid twisting. I'm not sure if it's from me or if it's from the threads over here. They are slightly thin. They are good, but maybe they are too thin for this kind of movement. Maybe some thicker threads would be better. I don't know. I really normally don't like twisty flashlights because of that. I have to recognize, of course, that it has some quality. It has the Lumintop quality that we probably all know. Some inconsistencies sometimes, but well, it is a good flashlight, but I don't see me using it that much because of that problem, because of the changing modes, the grippy thing, the twisting thing. I was trying this outside to make the night beam shots, and I struggled a lot to change the modes on it for a while. So, well, it depends on what you are used to do. I'm not so used to do so to twist to use twisty flashlights, sorry. So maybe the problem it's on me, but if you are not used to it, maybe this is not a good starter. Still, it is a bright flashlight. Of course, with 14500 lithium ion cells, it will be even more brighter, and it illuminates a lot at night. Please check my review on BudgetLightForum, because I have there some night beam shots, and it will show it show what it does in the night. So it's good at that point, but the operation, the twisting, well, sorry, I would not recommend it for a starter on this kind of flashlights. Now I'm going to compare it with some of my other AA lights. I will start with the Lumintop tool AA. Well, actually this is a twisty version. I'm more used to it because this one is using the magnetic tail cap. This one is not magnetic. As you can see here, the Lumintop EDC15 has an even smaller head than the Lumintop Tool AA version 2. And I will also try to check on the first version of it. So this one is the first version, the Tool AA 1.0. So this one is taller, this one is smaller, and this one is even smaller. So Lumintop decreases it, which is also good, but in this case it raises some issues in terms of the operation of the flashlight. This one, I guess it's probably more used, so it's more fluid as well. But as I was trying to show, let's put them side by side with some other Lumintop flashlights. This one is the Tool AAA, modified by CRX. This one is the Lumintop FWAA, also a 14500 flashlight, so always very small. This one is the FW1AA, which is a bit taller, slightly. And well, this is the full version of the Tool AA. Thanks, Wim. Thank for you too. And well, as you can see, this being a twisty flashlight, it's smaller than even an AA. Of course, not that slim, but it's smaller than other flashlights that Lumintop produces. And I will also compare it. Well, these are the family members. I will leave them here, and I will compare it with Wurkos TS10. In this case, the Lumintop is taller, but not slimmer, because the Wurkos it's quite larger. And this one is my Phoenix E12. It's a bit taller, and this is a really small flashlight. And the DQG Slim Time, which is also a flashlight that is very small and very thin, probably, yeah, thinner than this one. And this is part of my collection. This one can be used very easily as a keychain flashlight. The others, well, not so much. This one is a bit bulkier. This one, it's a good for EDC, but probably not for a keychain. But this one is good for a keychain flashlight. So see how it looks like one next to the other. Also, some keychain flashlights from Lumintop. The GT Nano in the 14 and the 10440 version. And I would put this one, that is the frog, but in the 3AA, the 3 batteries AAA size. It is of course much smaller if we use it in the short version, of course, and that one it's smaller than this. A true keychain flashlight. This is a true keychain flashlight for me. And now comparing it with other AA flashlights, so that you can see how small the EDC15 is. This is the Jacksman E3. This is an old Sofern SF10, I guess. And this is the the Amutorch SS flashlight. So all of them are quite big compared with this one. I will only show you one more because it's one of my favorites in terms of size, but still it is much taller and eventually larger. This one is the stainless steel one. Well, you can see they are using the same type of optic, but of course this is much larger. Just checking the specs here that you have seen in the user manual, but for reference, it's actually smaller than this. 73 millimeters. And in terms of diameter, 18.53 millimeters. I will not weight it because, well, it isn't worth it. Well, I don't know, what can I say more? Well, it has a floody beam. It's only flood. In here there is virtually no hotspot, just for being close. But check, this one has an hotspot here. This one it's only flood. Let's open it like this. See, it's only flood. So this is good if you want to see close, in the close range. Of course, if you are using a 14500 battery, it will produce a beam with a longer range. So even these flashlights that are more or less identical, this one is using an OP reflector, and this one uses the P8 TIR optic. So you can see it's quite different. But as I was saying, if you are using a 14500 battery, it will of course produce a longer beam. It ranges, I don't know, 40 meters, 50 eventually, not for a long time. Let me see, 70 meters max, of course. But well, it's ideal, probably not that much what it can reach, but it's good for 10, 20, up to 40, 45 meters. It's probably the most it can get, but not much more than that. It's practical, of course. It's quite small, so it fits the keychain, it fits the coin pockets. It's quite slim. It also reminds me of this one, that it's the tool 25 that is discontinued by this time. But well, all of these flashlights from Lumintop, they are always very slim. It's a con in terms of maintaining the output, especially with the 14500 cells. But well, you have to trade one thing for the other, and in this case you will probably not have that much higher output for a long time, but you will have something useful, although with the twisting problems. See, if you have it too much untwisted, you have to travel longer parts. Another con for me is that this one is has memory, so it starts on whatever it was the last mode it was used. So it doesn't start on the lowest one, it starts on low, medium, high, or turbo. It just doesn't memorize strobe, so it's also a con for me. Be aware of that if you don't want to use it like that. Other flashlights, they always start on the lowest level, but not this one. And well, the good thing is what I was saying, is the size, the weight. It's quite compact. It's very useful for a keychain or for a coin pocket, or even for a backpack if you want to put it there. It will not make it bulky, so it's good for that. I wish it had, well, a different user interface at least, and eventually an ICRI LED, because this Osram it's not. It's a cool white LED around, I don't know, maybe 600k, eventually 590, no, 5,900k, around that. or a little bit more, but well, it doesn't have artifacts as far as I can see, because the beam, the floaty beam, helps to dissipate that. It also doesn't have an hotspot if you want to see something focused. Well, I guess that's pretty much it. I don't know if there's something more I can say about it. Well, I'm happy with the accessories, of course. It doesn't bring a battery inside, but AA alkaline batteries are easy to find, and you can use it well, in different situations. If you want to go to camping and you need something to act like not a candle, but something to just give a bit of light, you have this diffuser, or to walk around at night and see some things without projecting much light. And of course you have this and a well-explained user interface. And it's pretty much it. I would tell you to check it. It's not expensive, the flashlight, so you can check it without much compromise. But again, I will remember that the twisty thing, it has to be really twisted on, screwed in, and if you're not used to it, it can present some struggles. That's pretty much it. And check the description below, check my review on BudgetLightForum, and if you have some questions or comments, please leave it also in the comments below, in the section below. And don't forget to check flashlightbrand.com and check the discounts they have for you. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next day, in another day, whenever it is.